I almost forgot to plug in the mic there for a second. Hey guys, what's up? Let's turn that down just a little bit to be safe. How you guys doing? Hey, it's me. Hi, it's Technenko. How you doing? This stream was intended to be a lot earlier. But scheduling errors interfered with me getting an early start, so that's gonna be next stream. Hopefully, maybe, hopefully, unless I forgot something else again. But it's not important right now. Oh, you know what? That's what I want to do. Let me bring up that list again. There was some very minor changes from the various versions of this. Let me just pull that up. Is that... yeah, there's... nope. Come on. Anyway. But they're mostly in, like, two places. It was, so in the dojo scene, when, okay, yeah. In the dojo scene, when Sakura gets all, insecure, when Rin is touching up on, Shirou to man award him or whatever, rather than confirm that they're still lovers, Sakura insecurely confirms that they did in fact have sex, possibly to jab at Rin, just like right in front of everybody else. And you know, Shirou acts in the way he normally does when a girl brings up intimacy. But that's not the big thing that it feels like every time one of these things happens, I have to fucking facepalm my at Shirou, because, like, man, I love that man, but I love Shirou. God, he's so hard to root. He's not like root for, but like I don't think I would want to hang out with Shirou. Just the way he says things sometimes is just so weird. Anyway, so the whole scene in Sakura's room is just kind of a disaster. Sakura is like bearing her soul to Shirou and like stating her insecurities, and all they can think about is that one time that they had sex. And like, there is like one changed line of dialogue from Sakura in which she was like, "Hey, you seem to like Rin and even Ilya, but like spend less attention to me. Do you just not like girls with big boobs?" And the entire time he's thinking, you know, it's actually doing it with her would actually be really good for her right now. And like, he's right, but like, bro, focus up. Like, you can't be justifying these. You gotta. She's speaking to him anyway. It's just he focuses on some strange things. But we're gonna jump right into it from here, because we have some ground to cover. And not all of it is fun. Interlude 11:1. I'm coming in, Sakura. He opens the door without waiting for a reply. He's never waited for his younger sister's reply before opening this door. What, she's not home yet? She really is a problem. He clicks his tongue and walks to the room. Scratching at the wall, Mato Shinji wanders through his sister's room like a blind dog. Sakura, are you in the basement again? What are you doing down there, ignoring me? He keeps asking questions that will not be answered. There's no one in the room. His sister has not been home for the past few days. It's obvious to the master of this room. Oh, it's obvious that the master of this room is not here. But Shinji wanders through all the same. It's just like always. It really is like always. He throws the clock that touches his hand. The sound of shattering glass is more annoying than he thought. Where the hell are you? Keeping a secret from your brother. He starts throwing things as if to vent his anger. Well adjusted. Like always, too. This outlet has been his daily routine for the past few years. It is his best opposition that began 3 years ago when he found out the truth. The Mato bloodline. came to an end when he was born. The noble family lost its power, becoming mere humans. The only special thing is the accumulated knowledge. The once noble family of mages is fated to perish in this far east country. He's known this since he was young. The Mato family was a family that once passed down secret teachings, but that is all in the past now. As the Mato are no longer able to use magic, they are to blend into society as ordinary people. But he did not think so. Their magic circuit faded away, leaving them unable to perform their secret techniques. The bloodline of mages entered for the Mato in his father's generation, and he knows that he does not have the right to succeed the Mato name. The Mato family still has the records. The bloodline perished. The accumulated knowledge is not lost. That itself is special enough for the boy. He thinks he's different from others. The Mato family have been chosen. That will not change, even if they lose their power and cease to be mages. He was proud of himself because he was born into a special family and to be raised in a special way. Even if he's a failure as a mage, he's a child born into the chosen family. But a new child slipped into the chosen family. His father adopted a girl who had none of her own. It all happened more than 10 years ago. The girl named Sakura became his little sister from that day on. At first, he hated his new sibling. So if you ask me, he still does. He did not want any outsiders coming into this special Mato household. The boy started to accept his sister day by day. The girl named Sakura was silent and ordinary, no more capable than a guard dog. It is a waste of time to be hostile against someone like that, and to a degree, but it's more charming for her to be that stupid. He looked through books, memorizing magic he could not use to remind himself that he was the Mato heir. He was the only one who could enter the study. His adopted sister could never be named the successor, so she had no right to trespass there. His sister would live on as a normal human being, never being taught the family's surviving knowledge. This fact greatly satisfied his pride. A family of mages has only one successor. He knew that, so he did not question their separate upbringings. Only one of them could learn magic. It was only natural that his sister be raised apart. Yeah, he felt sympathy for his sister. They lived in the same house and had the same parents, but he was the only one who could call himself special. And he pitied his sister for not being chosen. It's like a compassion of a superior being looking down onto others, and that is his most reliable pride as an older brother. For long, the brother became affectionate towards his sister, out of pity. His sister always looked down, as if avoiding her brother's gaze. He thought it was because of shame, and he loved his helpless sister. Until he found out the truth. What? That was all he could manage when he accidentally found the room. A room he had never been told about. Knowledge that was not taught to him. Talent that was not given to him. Everything was in the room. The girl lay in the middle of the room. Around her were swarms of black skirming things and his terrifying grandfather. And his father glared at the boy as if he were a nuisance, an attitude he had never taken towards him. And that ended it. Everything he believed in, everything that instructed him, was turned upside down. It was not him that was special. It was not his sister that was kept at a distance. It was not her that was pitiable, and it was not her that was looking down on the other person. I think I did that right. His life completely changed. Since he no longer needed to hide anything, his father took a defiant attitude towards his son. He started spending more time with the boy's sister instead. The sister did not say anything, but would just hang her head like always. She still acted as though running away from his gaze when she wouldn't say, "I'm sorry, Nisan," as if pitying him. He said it with an emotion that he had once felt for his sister. He laughed. It was funny. It was so funny, he wanted to break everything. The one he had thought of was as his pet was actually his master, and he was just a fool. Which one is the funny one? It must be both. At the time he went back to the mansion with unsteady steps, he realized the world had not been turned upside down. It had been like this all along. The inverted one, the one who misunderstood, was him. It's just that he finally realized his own miserableness. The 3 years after that were only pain for him. His father died, and his grandfather only cared about Sakura. Mato Shinji became just like air in this house. He was treated as an object whose existence did not matter, and that truly was the case. She pitied the air. She apologized. Though she never spoke the words aloud, she apologized every time she saw him. She apologized for taking Mato Shinji's place. Why are you apologizing? It would have been at ease if she had just ignored him. Then he could have thrown away his pride as the older brother, and wouldn't have clung on to hope. Sakura apologized, so he didn't know where he should release his fury. I'm your kind older brother. The person whom you can rely on more than anyone else. Your one and only older brother. Considering the magnitude of his insult, he saw nothing wrong with imposing this much. She's still over at Emiyan's. You're the successor of Mato. You're the successor of Mato. Noble successor of Mato. The room shows no signs of life. That was to be expected. Mato Sakura's room is the underground worm's nest, and this is merely for show. The master of this room does not care how much he breaks the things in this room. This room is no different from the door plate that hangs at the entrance. Yeah, but you still apologize. I'm sorry. Then just do as I say if you think you're sorry. Well, see, what do I care? If you know you're a Mato, then it's natural for you to listen to your older brother if you're the younger sister. He smashes the sheets, something that he monopolized. Why did Sakura, who did not think or resist, leave him? You took her, Emiya. That was his miscalculation. He knew she was attracted to Emiya Shirou. Oh shit. That thing that felt no interest in anything started to have opinions after getting to know him. She gradually regained herself, and in the end, she left him. He played the role of the kind brother for so long, and now Sakura chooses a total stranger over him. That's why I said it wasn't safe to have her over at Emiya's. That old bastard spouted subversion about keeping water in that house. His grandfather did not even try to bring Sakura back to the Mato house. He said it's fine as is, and moreover confined him to this house. You watch. I'm gonna make you pay for this, Emiya. I'll tear you to pieces while Sakura watches. That's right. If Sakura slipped out of his hands, he'll just reset the relationship to be like it was before. If she left the Mato house because of Emiya Shirou, yeah, I'll just have to make things like before again. Just like before. He laughs. The clouded window reflects a face as ghastly as a skull. Interlude. Out. Make a little break. Yeah. It's afternoon now. So Sokka seems busy and Sakura is sleeping, so I should make dinner. I left our moves, even though it's slow, so it shouldn't hinder me if I make something simple. I guess I can make fried swordfish and simmered meat and potato. I checked the contents of the refrigerator and decided the menu. There are 2 additional people eating now, so the food gets used up quickly. I should find some time to go shopping to the shopping district tomorrow. There is 2 additional people, but I'm pretty sure Taika's not hanging around anymore, Shirou. She got shootouts. Itadakimasu. Everyone must have liked the dinner. Must have liked having dinner when they came here, since they all seem to be in a good mood. I'm worried if that writer isn't here, but I'm sure she has her reasons. Her top priority is guarding Sakura, so maybe she has no intention of spending time around Tosaka, who may end up being her enemy. Is Ryder coming to eat later? I'll pack it up and take her some if she doesn't come. Ryder seems to like desolate places, so I bet she's either in the dojo or the shed. Oh, so you're good at this? Sakura's good at Western food, and you're good at Japanese food? Tosaka picks up the fried swordfish and looks at me in surprise. It's golden fried with a sense of ginger, and an elegant soy sauce taste. She seems to really like it. I like this one better. I'm glad you're good at cooking. Billy eats the potatoes in satisfaction. Good taste. It's unfortunate that she's only eating the potato, not a simmered meat and potato, but I'm glad she still likes it. Wait. Sakura's tilting her head in confusion, chopsticks in hand. But Sakura, what's wrong? Don't you have any appetite?
Oh, I do, but senpai, the simmered meat and potato don't have any sugar in it. It tastes strange.
What? I made such a stupid mistake on something I'm so used to cooking? Damn, hold on. I serve myself out of the big dish in the center and try some. That's weird. This tastes normal. Sakura, does this taste weird?
Weird? Didn't you use salt instead of ginger? I don't taste anything sweet. Really? Isn't it supposed to taste this way? Well, it does taste differently because there's something in it to bring out the flavor. But this is something you can't readily copy and make. I don't know since this is the first time I've had this dish, but it's good. It's sweet and easy to eat.
Even she says it's sweet. Sakura looks dissatisfied as she reaches out for seconds. 1 bite, 2 bite, 3 bites. There it is. Sakura?
Huh? Oh, it seems I ate a piece that wasn't simmered. I'm sorry I said something weird. Your food is good like always.
Sakura smiles and keeps eating. Sakura keeps eating like nothing happened. I was worried by Sakura's odd behavior, but she seems well enough after that. In fact, she asked for seconds 3 times. Sakura kept eating and finished off the food while Tosaka stared at her in surprise. Big thanks. It's past 10 o'clock.
It's about time. Let's get going, Shirou.
Tosaka finishes preparing and appears. I know. Please watch over the house while we're gone, Sakura. Tosaka and I head out on patrols, to patrol the town as planned. Ugh. It's stupid that this is our only measure against Zouken, but it's all we can do for now. We need to defeat Zouken, Assassin, Saber, and the Black Shadow. They aren't ones we can defeat head-on. We have to sit tight until the countermeasure Tosaka is preparing is completed. But we can't just stay at my house. According to the news this morning, Mato Zouken started to attack ordinary people. We can't match them right now, but we should at least patrol the town so that there won't be more victims. Put our shoes on silently. We know how dangerous it is to go out into town at night. Zouken's only after Sakura, but we should get in his way if we're walking about. Oops, shit. In the worst case, it'll be a repeat of our encounter in the forest. Considering that, we can't be talking lightheartedly.
Hey, what are you doing?
Then, we don't have anything to spare, but Tosaka glares at me and...
You don't need to see us off. Go back to your room, Sakura.
No, she's not glaring at me. She's glaring at Sakura, who's standing in the hallway.
Nissan, I'll go too. It's dangerous for you two to go out alone, so...
Sakura. That must be why she's here. I appreciate her concern, but our plan is already determined. No, you should know your Zouken's target. Please stay here with Ilya and protect yourself.
I know, but you can only use one arm, Senpai. And Nissan doesn't have a servant, so... Don't be ridiculous, Sakura. It doesn't change the fact that you're our enemy. I can't trust you with my back when I don't know when you'll turn into Zouken's puppet. But Nissan... You just concentrate on protecting yourself. If you feel sorry for us, please don't trouble us about this. Jesus Christ. Just let Ryder protect you and Ilya.
Osaka, you... Oh, hey!
Hey, don't just stand there. Let's get going. While we stand around, he could be out there attacking somebody else.
Tosaka grabs my hand and drags me outside. Oh, just be careful and watch the house, Sakura. I'll leave Ilya to you. Sakura doesn't say anything and stands at the entrance, lonely. Wait, Tosaka, I'll follow you. You let go of me already.
It's your fault for being so slow.
Tosaka lets go and comes to a halt.
What's with that face? If you have something to say, then spit it out.
And it's like this all of a sudden. Tosaka's acting defiantly. Man. I wonder what he's saying. Is it like Makane maybe? I don't know if that's Japanese to say. If it bothers her that much, she shouldn't have said it in the first place. Man, then I'm saying it, Osaka. It's about what happened now. But don't say such things to Sakura. Sakura isn't like that because she wants to be.
I know. That's why I have to be firm with her. If we aren't, Zouken will be sure to take advantage. I don't feel any sympathy towards Sakura. It doesn't concern me if she's Zouken's puppet, and I have nothing to do with what happened to her after she was adopted by the Mato family. It does no good for me to say anything about her problem. Tosaka. Look, I'm at your house not because Sakura is there, but because you're there. My goal is not to save Sakura, but to obtain the Holy Grail. I'll keep watching Sakura for that goal, and I don't even care if she hates me for it. That's why I'll say things like that, and I'm going to keep treating her as my enemy.
So it won't bother you at all if she hates you. Her feelings don't matter because she's a complete stranger?
That's right. Do you have any complaints?
Idiot, of course I do. This is really like Tosaka. She should be able to say it like it's nothing. Instead, she's clenching her fists as if she's trying to convince herself. Alright, if you want to act that way, then go ahead. Sakura knows how you feel, no matter what kind of attitude you take towards her.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
I'm talking about how important Sakura is to you. I'm an outsider, and even I notice it, so it should be obvious to her.
That's a misunderstanding.
There's nothing to misunderstand. People can't get seriously mad about things they don't care about. You're strict to Sakura for a reason. You don't say it, but she's still your precious sister.
What are you saying, idiot? Stop saying such snobby things!
Chisaka's face turns red with anger. But I don't feel the usual intensity in it. I know why. Oh, was that a bother?
It is a bother. Isn't it obvious?
I see. Then while I'm at it, I do have something else to say. I want you and Sakura to get along. She likes you, and you like her. So I don't like it when it's this awkward between you two.
Hey, now, she has to be my enemy. Making friends with her now won't do any good. I wouldn't even know where to start.
This is the same day she had a little cooking fun thing with her, like, 6 hours ago, maybe.
Oops, shit.
Isn't it fine as it is? Have confidence in yourself, Tosaka. Even I can tell that you're being a pretty good big sister.
Enough of the chatting. We got this place. We're going to the place they showed in the news this morning.
Tosaka looks away and starts to walk. I reply to her absentmindedly and follow. Someone's saying Shirou. She calls my name without looking at me and...
Thanks, that made me, happy.
Tosaka grumbles, embarrassed. There's nobody at the Central Park. A park that's deserted even during the day is even quieter after the murder yesterday. The park's not a place for relaxation within the business district, and it's no different from the desert in an uncultivated land.
A murder, huh? It seems people are treating it as an accident rather than a murder case. Well, I guess you can't really call it murder when you can't tell who died and what the missing body parts are.
I still see traces of blood on the grass. It looks like a bucketful was spilled in 4 separate areas. Darkened patches have some distance between them, probably because the victims frantically tried to escape. Tosaka, you said this might be Zouken's doing, but what do you think now? Do you still think so after coming here?
Let's see. I thought it would be the Black Shadow's doing, but it doesn't seem that way. All the men in this area would be swallowed if that thing had appeared. The magical energy here isn't exhausted. Well, I don't think the incident here was an unexpected meal.
That's all the information we can get out of this place. Tosaka and I leave the site of the tragedy behind us. In the end, we didn't find anything in Shinto. Maybe Zouken's not active tonight. Probably because the incident yesterday was so attention-grabbing. The date's about to change. The riverside breeze blows as we trudge home. And Tosaka. Sakura is the successor of Mato, right? Suddenly I feel like asking the question that was on my mind for a while.
Why are you asking me now? I have nothing to hide.
No, that's not what I meant. If she's the successor, that means she's a mage, right? So I'm just wondering what kind of magic she uses.
Oh, I see now. Yeah, I hear the Mato's magic is in bindings and coercions. I also hear the command spell wouldn't have been possible without Mato.
Oh, so Sakura's magic is restriction? But then, that day, the magic Sakura used when the Crestworm tortured her must have been Rider's power.
I don't think it's restriction. It's the Makiri's forbidden magic. And that's not their strong point. But it's meaningless to think about it. Sakura doesn't have the magical energy to use magic. The Crestworm will feed on such excess energy first, so she shouldn't be able to use magic.
I see. That's good. So how good is Sakura in your eyes? Is she about as good as you, considering she's the Mato successor?
We have about the same number of magic circuits. Did you forget that we're sisters?
Oh, that's right. That's why they wanted to adopt her in the first place. Oh, so she's about as good as you?
I don't think so. My attribute is 5 elements and hers is imaginary element. The Mato family has a water attribute, so they changed her by force. What do you think would happen to a bird if it has the potential to fly, if it's put in water?
It'll die, or...
Yeah, adapting to the water would be all that it could do. She would have had great success as a mage of Tosaka, but she's no different from you because she was forced to change into a mage of Mato. No, you're much stronger than her because you trained your body.
Okay, then let's say you and Sakura fought using magic.
I'd win 10 times out of 10. With her magic energy capacity, Sakura would never get past my barrier.
I see. I couldn't figure out what kind of mage Sakura is, but I got to know their power balance. Tosaka isn't one to bluff, so she must be speaking the truth. But I'm embarrassed. I never knew Sakura was a mage. And I don't know how good she is. I'm a dumbass for pretending to be her guardian all this time.
Hey now, the Crestworm eats the magical energy in her, so you never know if she was a mage even if you're by her all the time. And she did her best not to let you know. Don't say such a thing in front of her, okay?
She doesn't even need to tell me. Sakura is Sakura, even if she is a mage. First of all, I'm not that skillful. No matter who Sakura may really be, I can only treat her like I always have. You're right. If you say so, I'll just treat her the same as always. I wouldn't even think about asking her for help as a mage. That's fine with you, right?
Of course. If I were going to rely on Sakura, I would have taken her to my house.
Josaka's kindness makes my heart jump. See, Josaka really is a good sister.
But I don't think it's possible. Sakura smiles when she's at your house. If you talk about surprising, that's what surprised me the most.
Then, the look of happiness on her face, she says something weird. Smile, but Sakura is, she's always like that.
Yeah, I wasn't needing this worry on my part. I can't talk to her that much, so I watched her. I went to the archery club every day when she started coming to our school.
Well, yeah, I know that, but...
Yeah, and I realized after a while that she never smiled.
That's... something I'm hearing for the first time, but can't deny what she's saying. To think of it, Sakura always looked gloomy in school.
Well, the only exception was when you were there. She smiled whenever you came to the archery club. In short, Sakura's only cheerful when you're in front of her.
Her words should make me happy, but Sakura doesn't smile in front of other people. They seem to hide a dangerous truth. It's past 1 o'clock when I return to my room. I sit down on my futon. Our patrol yielded nothing. I wish I knew how to get rid of these. How come I can only reply in pin? Yeah, whatever. Important. Some name that guy's got though. All we could do was confirm that the morning's news was real. Enemies we must defeat. Just thinking about them sends cold, nauseous feelings through me. Even a human could match Zouken or Assassin. But those two are different. I don't even know if the Black Shadow has a concept of death. And Saber's someone we don't stand a chance against. But as long as there are victims, we can't just ignore them saying we can't. You're Trezarm, huh? I put my hand on the red cloth. I have a weapon. I don't know how far this will get me, but I do have a weapon. The question is if I can manage it, and if my body can withstand it. I guess a little bit is fine. I untie the knot on the red cloth. The cloth loosens up and blood flows into my arm. At that instant, I think I heard a beast's howl. I'm stabbed. My whole body is pierced. Is this pain? If this is pain, then the pain I've experienced now until is not pain. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. The floor's ruggedness, the softness of the futon hurts. It feels like I'm sitting on a mountain of swords. The air is poisonous and I die 3 times as I breathe it in. Birds are chirping in the distance. The wind is strong. There is no moisture. My skin dries and turns to sand, flowing, scouring, crumbling. Tongs are inserted from the hollowed holes. 32 enter where my shoulder used to be. They carefully, accurately, and elaborately pierce my internal jugular vein, trachea, spinal cord, sympathetic nervous system, lobus superior pulmonis, lobus medius pulmonis, dextri, lobus inferior pulmonis, main artery, heart, diaphragm, spleen, stomach, liver, gallbladder, and colon. It's crumbling. I'm close to an impossible.
I see 60 trillion cells crumbling apart at the rate of 3-4 knot per second. There is no pain. There is no pain. There is no pain. There is only fear. The end roll invades with amazing speed. A flashback stops with a fantastic image. Death before my eyes. Death past me. Death at the moment. Pain is not physical. The only explosion of negation every time death is thrown at me. But only the negation. I hear a sound. The sound of my head striking the floor. My eyes are hot. I realize I've been crying. Desperately, I stifle a scream building in my throat. I curl, push my head against the floor, grab my left arm with my right hand, and just cry. I'm scared. The thing I've been missing since the fire 10 years ago. I'm scared. A natural fear for any living thing. I'm scared. For the first time in my life, I want to run away from my end. It's not dying. It's not because dying will hurt. It's not because I want to live. It's just because it fills me with dread. I tie up the red cloth. I tie the knot tight so it'll never come loose again. No, this isn't good. I groan and cry. The priest said I'll die if I use my left arm. It's nonsense. I'll die if I take this cloth off. My body might be able to bear it, but my mind will die. My consciousness crumbled away when I loosened the cloth and my shoulder touched the outside air. Yeah. I could not bear it. I cannot live without this cloth. No. If this arm... Oh shit. If this arm... Okay. If this arm is a contradictory existence that people should not associate with, my body, is death foretold, runs to the terminal station. The ship with a crack in the bilge can only sink to the ocean depths. The passengers unaware, too late for anything. My breath is running wild. I've had a bad dream. I wipe the sweat off my forehead. I can't stand up. I stay coward, bearing the strange pain. I can't remember. My left arm hurts. It hurts so much that I want to cut it off. I try to recall why it hurts. I can't remember how to recollect anything in the past. The pain goes away. I gather up my consciousness. It must be because I was asleep. The first memories look as if they can be cooked nicely, just like chopped onions. See, you can add color with soy sauce, and add flavor with pepper, and add some potato starch to complete the dish. Oh, that sounds nasty. I murmured to myself. My head is good for nothing, but I can still manage to come up with a conclusion. In short, I don't have to eat something that's not good. My left arm's already gone. Nobody relies on something that's not there. Therefore, Shirou has no weapon. The foreign body is something I must suppress. Just give me 1 second. And will contaminate me for the rest of my life. Suppressing with the cloth is meaningless. If I want to rid myself of this poison, there's only one way. Then cut it off. But I still hold on to my left arm. The gun is pointed at my forehead. An image of a trigger. The trigger is my left arm. Once pulled, the gun will fire, blowing my brains from my skull. I shudder. I hold my breath and stare at the white wall. Oop, shit. Clutching my arm, I lie down. I close my eyes. When whimpering finished, I decide to get some sleep for tomorrow. It's pretty rough, buddy. Small sound. I awaken to the sound of footsteps. I wake up my dozing mind. It's almost 2 in the morning. It hasn't even been 30 minutes since I fell asleep. I get up, still unconsciously holding on to my left arm. Sakura. Outside the room. I call it to the hallway where the footsteps came from. It's not that I know who's there. I just thought Sakura might be there. The door opens. Sakura steps into my room. Biting her lip in embarrassment, she looks down as if unsure of what to say. I'm sorry, senpai. Again. Sakura apologizes. I'm familiar with this camera angle for separate reading reasons. But I'm the one who should apologize. The reason why Sakura's here, I know well enough the pain she has to go through. I should have gone to see you as soon as I came home. I'm sorry for making you suffer. Stand up. I was so caught up with my left arm I forgot about Sakura. I can't be forgiven even if I apologize. Senpai? I know. If you're ready, let's start right away. Sakura blushes and nods. There's nothing for her to be embarrassed about. But maybe Sakura feels the act of sucking blood is somehow indecent. Because it is in a different universe. Looks down, seeming troubled. Oh, right. We can't start like this. She bit my finger before, but this time I can share my blood in a more practical way. Oh, wait a second. I think it was in the desk. I stand up and turn towards my desk. But I unconsciously tried to move my left arm. Senpai? Are you alright? No, it's nothing. I just felt a little dizzy. Damn, that's pitiful. I used my left arm and was reminded of the pain. Still, it shouldn't hurt as long as I have the cloth on, so what am I frightened about? Let's see. Alright, here it is. I rummage through the desk with my right hand and pull out a box cutter. I push out the blade with clicking noise, checking whether it's gotten chipped or dull. I can't make Sakura bite me, so I need to make myself bleed instead. It'd be easier if I had a syringe or something, but unfortunately I don't, so I keep that on hand. So in this case, all that's left is to quickly cut my arm and let the blood flow. What did you mean by alright? My right hand is holding the box cutter. My left hand and the arm attached to it are wrapped up. This is stupid of me. If I'm holding the box cutter in this hand, and then of course I can only cut the other arm, even loosening the cloth hurts, so cutting it is out of the question. My left arm can't move well enough to hold it. I think about what to do, and I hear the echo of a howl. It is still time, it says. I don't need this arm, it says. Think about it. Just loosening the cloth could give you that much pain. So there's still time. There's a blade in your hand. You'll waste your life on sealing that invasive thing away. You'll live in perpetual fear of that explosive that could go off at any time. Even just its timer will be enough, so gouge it out with this box cutter. I freeze, holding the box cutter. I decided not to hold on to this regret anymore, but holding a blade brings it back all of a sudden. My heart hammers, cold and mechanical, and my eyes go out of focus. Senpai?
Her voice breaks the spell. I lower the box cutter and breathe deeply. Sorry, I was just thinking. It's nothing important, so don't worry about it.
Really? But Senpai, you look...
I've just got heartburn. It's nothing compared to what you're going through right now. Just wait. An injury as small as this will only take. I moved the box cutter lightly. The pain was really nothing to worry about. Only a small sting. Oh, alright. This'll do it. The blood flows more quickly than I thought. Now to give it to Sakura. I drop the box cutter. Sakura stares at the cut on my arm, and the trail of liquid running through it. She goes limp at thought of her fright until... She goes limp, as though her fright until now had just been an act. There is an intoxicated look in her eyes. Her moist, parted lips and pale throat move greedily. She twists her body as she crawls through the futon towards me on all fours. It's as if some sleek beast has taken Sakura's form. Sakura. I don't know what to say at this sudden change. All I can do now is holding out my arm, dripping with blood to the wrist now, to Sakura. I'm not gonna do this. The blood drips from my fingers. It dribbles between her soft, wet lips. The blood continues dripping into Sakura's outstretched tongue. Sakura raptly licks my fingers. I don't feel any pain from the cut, only the softness of Sakura's tongue and my arm. It's happening again. The irresistible sensation is coming back.
It's delicious, Senpai.
The sight of Sakura licking my arm is beautiful and captivating. Sakura's charm stimulates my mind. It's as though she's lapping up honey. Sakura's lips gradually approach the cup. They cover the still bleeding wound. That indescribably pleasant feeling is back. All the strength goes out of my shoulders. It's a bewitching sweetness from when she was licking my fingers. I grit my teeth and hold back my voice. My blood is being taken. The pleasant feeling pours in its place. The pain from the cut becomes dim, and I can barely feel my right arm anymore. Sakura is pressed to my arm, drinking deeply. I know this is to replenish Sakura's magical energy, but to think it would be this sweet. Sakura's murmuring voice stimulates my nerves. The pleasure of her drinking my blood reaches all the way to my shoulder. My left arm is filled with pain and fear, while my right arm is filled with pleasure and loss. Blood loss, specifically. Sakura. I embrace Sakura. Holding her in the arm from which she's drinking, I bring her close to my chest. Still, she keeps drinking as though it's something delicious. You can read it, I'm not... The pleasure of the honey being sucked intoxicates me more than Sakura's soft body, or the feeling of her lips on my arm. A hard-to-describe urge arises in my mind. I want to hold Sakura so tightly that she breaks. She continues to suck. It feels like she's sucking my magical energy, not only my blood. A thought enters my hazy mind. It reminds me of something. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Your limbs already.
How long do we stay like this? Sakura reluctantly separates her lips from my arm. My head is heavy. It feels like Sakura is still drinking from me. My mind feels like it's floating through the air. Still, I try to see if Sakura is okay.
Thank you for the meal, Senpai.
Sakura looks down remorsefully. With that, maybe because my magical energy and physical energy have been used up, the last of my tension disappears. The power in my mind turns off. I can't think of anything. I can't remember the gentleness of Sakura's arms, or the pleasant feeling of her sucking my blood.
This is just like...
Oh. This is just like... It's like I just dreamed of giving Sakura my blood. I fall into a deep sleep. My tired body forgets about Sakura dressing my wound and returning to her room. The uneasiness in my mind, what happened tonight? I go back to the light sleep I was having an hour ago. An hour? Interlude 11. 2. It is in a Red Sea. The familiar scenery is submerged in seawater, turning the town into an aquarium. Instead of air, something thick flows into the throat. The more it gasps for breath, the more of the heavy, watery substance it sucks in. So it has to be underwater. It gasps out that it is painful. It originally lived on land, possibly live underwater. It tries to reach the surface, and it eventually reaches the highest place in that town. The suffocation does not abate. It looks down at the town, lungs burning from lack of oxygen, and curses the peacefully sleeping townspeople. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. There's no air here. There's no pain here. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It drags corpses behind it. Its body is bright red with blood. It hurts. It hurts. I need more. It hurts. In its black hands are many corpses. The distorted hands grasp many dead bodies. Need more, need more, need more, need more, need more. It smashes them, dyeing itself red. Need more air. The air hurts. The water pressure is uncaring. The water pressure is unbearable. It smears the red blood all over its body. It probably thinks that the blood is the only water-type protection it has to live in this water. It reaches out its twisted hands. Illuminated by the moon, its dark hand becomes a giant shadow and descends to crush the town. She wakes up, breathing hard from her restless sleep. Astonished by the dream's realism, she hugs her feverish body. At that instant, her hands are wet with blood. She shuts her eyes and pulls her hands away. But when she looks again, they are clean. Although she knows it's just a hallucination, she can't stop trembling. She trembles. She trembles like a broken machine. She trembles so violently that bolts might spill from her ears. All the parts in her body will spill out like that, and the image is so frightening that she cannot stop trembling. My face. Yeah, it hurts to wash my face. She heads to the bathroom. She only makes it a few steps. Her quaking limbs will not follow her orders. She braces herself against a desk. Her vision wavers. She can't make it to the door. She can't even see it clearly. She can't remember what kind of dream she was having, or why she'd gone down to bed. She's broken. She can't remember anything. She can't think of anything. There is nothing but greed and hunger. She wants hot skin and kind words. She lies on the desk and shakes her head. Fear and infinite self-hatred. Something's wrong. Why hasn't she had enough? A few hours ago she was given what she needed, but it hasn't filled her up at all. She was so glad she thought there could be no greater happiness. But she's not the least probably empty, and that's why he alone cannot fill her up. But she doesn't want anyone else.
She wants to be his for much longer. She wanted it at the cost of time, emotion, and other people. So why didn't she do so? And she naturally realizes that she can eliminate all the things she just feels dizzy. It's not so far-fetched. What's scary is that she really thought that it would be fun. She leans on the desk. She keeps her collapsing body steady. The frightening dream becomes clearer every day. The frightening dream becomes less frightening every day. She's breaking down. Until now, it was only her body. But now she's beginning to go mad. Moans escape her mouth, which I am not going to repeat. Her vague memory is no problem. It doesn't matter if she cannot remember what happened a few hours ago. She's not scared of being in bed forever. She's terrified of becoming something else. She doesn't want to become a bad person. If she slowly breaks down like this, she will go crazy in the end. She will probably become something that'll cause him the most trouble. That's what terrifies her. It's scary to go crazy. It's more scary than anything else. If she does, he will not touch her, nor will he love her. She won't be able to be with him. He won't even know if she's with him. Not only that, if she loses her mind, he will be with another woman. She doesn't want that. She really doesn't want that. He always thought he could be with someone else, someone better suited to him. She can no longer accept that because he is already hers. That's why it's frightening. She's scared of what she might do. She knows, yet there's no salvation. She cannot tell him of this dysfunction. If she tells him, it'll be back to the cold for her. She cannot return to the cold now that she has known warmth. She wants to keep smiling at him, but she knows what'll be lost if this continues. Her wish is just a desire. She wishes for one person's happiness, yet her happiness requires the ruin of that same person. If she cannot do so, she should just break down and disappear. If she's gonna go crazy, she should just disappear now and become a monster in a place with no people. That should be the best choice. But she still clings to it. She wishes for more because it's warm and happy here. So why? Why is such a normal desire forbidden to her? He takes off the weakness. He's not envious. He's not holding any grudges. She justifies her decision, saying that she merely just wants to stay here. No, this isn't me. She shakes her head in denial. She shuts her dark mind with an empty head. There are no happy endings. She turns her eyes away from the obvious conclusion. Her hazy mind is already experiencing another nightmare. Forcing down her wish to be saved, she keeps on crying. Interlude out. And that's that. That's a little shorter. Come on, come on. There. A little shorter than normal, but nothing wrong with that. Where's return to top? There it is. Woof. There's a lot to unpack, and there'll probably be a lot to type when the time comes. But that's that for today, guys. You probably noticed it, but I took some classes on recording. I'm gonna take more later. And I've learned that you really shouldn't be moving around when you're on a microphone and doing stuff. But despite that,
One, I do that anyway, so it's not that big a deal. But also, I'd also heard that if you like stand up, you kind of talk better. I don't really know how to describe it. So I tried doing that in certain points. You may or may not have noticed. Or the what is it called? Like a filter? The filter that I got out of the break. Pardon me. I get really burpy around this time. The filter that I applied during the break is so overwhelming you can't even really tell. But not for me to know. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Remember to take care of yourselves. And hope you have a lovely rest of your week. And yeah, just have a great rest of your week. Sometimes I like to think about like cool things to say. But I just hope you guys are doing all right. But yeah, later.